welcome. Day 3 of our 5-day training. I am so excited to have you guys here with me today. I'm going to do a quick little adjustment on my camera right here. Okay. There we go. How is that? I think we're good. Welcome, welcome. As you pop in today, say hello, say hi, let me know you're here, where you from, any questions, send up some thumbs up, and also if the content is kind of resonating with you and you think that you know somebody else that can enjoy this information, either share this video or bring them on over to this group, get them to follow the group, and then they will be notified when I'm doing my live stuff as well. Good morning, Barb. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Thank you for being persistent. You got it, girl. Okay, so a couple of things, just kind of a little backup to last week, or sorry, the beginning of this week. Oh my gosh, what day is it? We talked on Monday about persistence. In there, we talked about your goal. Setting a goal, you must have a burning desire goal. If you don't have it yet, if you haven't done that work, go back and watch Monday's video, day 1. Day 2, yesterday, we talked about attitude. Yesterday, talking about attitude is going to lead into what we're talking about today. I'm not going to go over yesterday again because, well, I just did it yesterday. So go back and watch that as well. Today, we are going to talk about faith over fear. What is important about yesterday that we're going to start with is there was a little stick figure, a little drawing that I did. We're going to work within that picture again today, but in a different way. So that is today. Also a quick reminder, on Tuesday next week, these videos are going away. I am taking them down because I want you to be persistent and I want you to dig into it. I don't want you to procrastinate away. I am doing these videos because I want you to begin doing things in your lives in a better and different way. What we've done so far to get us to where we are today in our lives has been lovely, but now we need to say thank you for the experiences and we need to move to the next level of what we are doing and how we're doing it if we want to get to the next level of our achievement. So that is exactly why I'm doing these videos today or this week, and I'm giving you guys all this information. So I hope you're taking lots of notes. I hope you're rewatching and keep the messages coming. I'm loving all the little private messages and questions you guys are sending me. So please keep that going as well. So I'm going to start off today, faith versus fear, over a quote by Dr. Sean Mahler. To have the things that you've never had, you must do the things you've never done. And this is the kind of the next level of the Albert Einstein quote that I always share, that you can't do things differently doing the same you can't have a different result doing the same things that got you to where you are now. And all of that ties into all of this. So again, just another completely different point of view, the same thing. And you will find this information resonating through any people that have ever studied people who are successful. They all teach and talk about the things that I am talking and teaching to you guys about here this week. So, so do pay attention to that. So by now, if you've really looked at what we're doing, you will know that our thinking, it needs to change. What we're thinking and how we're thinking is causing our results. And our results are actually pretty much everybody is having their results cause their thinking instead of having your thinking causing your results. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you, give me a thumbs up or an oh yeah or something. And that is, again, what we are talking about. So doubt, worry, and fear. Doubt, worry, and fear are experiences that we have all had. We all come to places in our lives where that happens. And for me, based on what I'm going to show you guys today, I look for the fear. I look for that fear wall. And what we're going to talk about today is actually called the terror barrier. It's a wall that we hit and we go, whoa, wait, what was that? Oh my goodness. And you get this awful feeling, but you have something that you want and you're really in conflict. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I look for that. And by the end of today, you're going to know why, and you're going to start looking for it too, because it actually is a beautiful thing. It's not scary. It's absolutely awesome. So I am going to totally go over that with you guys today. So we're going to break through that, and we are going to talk about fear. And then we're going to talk about how to get to faith and get through that fear. So as kids, as children, we all have had experiences that were scary. Whether it was a big dog or if it was maybe even sitting on Santa Claus's lap. I don't know. But what do? We run and hide. We reach out and we want mom and dad to give us a hug. And we go to a place of comfort when we are in a place of fear. That has been part of our lives for our whole lives. And just because we are all now adults does not mean we have stopped that behavior. We are not maybe running and reaching for mom and dad anymore, but we are still running to places of comfort when things begin to be uncomfortable and we don't like that feeling that we're having. We need to embrace that feeling. And when we are running away and we are hiding, we are not going to be accomplishing what we want to accomplish. Because we now know that that scary dog was just a dog. We now know that Santa Claus is Santa Claus. It's not scary anymore because now we have the knowledge that those things aren't scary. But we still have scary things in our lives. So what we're going to do is talk about how do we turn those scary things into a, okay, like the dog in Santa Claus, or whatever that is for you. I shouldn't pick on Santa, but it's November and people are starting to send me Christmas stuff, so I've kind of got my brain in that place. So, where does this fear show up for you now? As an adult, where does that show up? What in your life scares you and gets you running back to safety? And you may know, if you are really truly honest with yourself, that this is the case, but you may also go, nothing scares me. I'm not fearful. But I think you might feel a little differently about that when we are done here. So we're going to go back to our stick person. Remember this guy. And we're going to divide him in half again. So this is, if you'll remember from yesterday, this is your thinking mind. This is your feelings and emotions mind. And this is your body. Okay. So, and we have our sensors, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch. And so those are all feeding us information. And as we spoke again yesterday, there are things coming in at us all the time that are negative and positive. And we get to choose which ones that we accept and reject through our thinking mind. If it doesn't feel right, if it's negative, we get to think about it and go, wow, that's negative information, and we can kick it out. So when we are facing something big in our lives, so now we're going towards our goal. The goal that you had written out on Monday, now you want to work towards it. You're inspired, we've talked, you've decided, yep, I'm going for it. You've started out on Sunday, before you got into these trainings, you were in a place of comfort. You had this little comfort area, safety. This is our safety spot. That's where you were. But now you've had an idea that you want to move forward. You want to start your own business. You want to go for the promotion. You want to apply for the manager's job that just opened up. You want to buy a house. You want to pay off your mortgage. You start moving towards these things, and your habits and behaviors that we've spoken about, they will let you move to a certain point, but then things are going to get a little bit uncomfortable. So you're in this place of comfort, and you've started entertaining this idea that you are going to let's say buy a $5 million house. Let's go crazy. Let's be awesome. You're going to buy a $5 million house. You have never done it. You don't know how you're going to do it. You don't know who's going to help you do it. But through talking with me, you've realized that what you think about and what you imagine and what you see in your mind, you can have. So we're going for the big one. We're going for gold. We're swinging for the fences. So you have this thought, you have this idea. It's a beautiful, amazing idea. So you've kind of come out of your comfort zone a little bit, coming towards your goal, coming towards your house. And you are living in this comfort. We're going to call that place or that energy, we're going to call that X energy. So you've been thinking your X energy. You've been going to work 9 to 5, collecting your paycheck, blah, blah, blah. And you're feeling okay. You're feeling comfortable. You're feeling all right with that. And your body is in that X vibration or in that X feeling as well. And everything's kind of cool. But now you're thinking, I want something more. I want to run faster, jump higher, have bigger, have more. Because like I said before, we are all for expansion. We all want to grow as people. That is the human nature. And I've already talked about that, so I'm not going to get into that too much. But when we're in this X vibration, we're good there for a little while, and then we think we want something more. So now this other idea comes into our minds. We're going to take those away. They come into our minds, and now we start thinking of our goal, our big, huge, amazing goal, that thing that we have always wanted but have never been able to reach. I'm about to tell you why you don't usually reach it. Because this thought, we're going to call that a why. So now you're thinking, you're just in your intellect, you haven't impressed any emotion upon it yet, but you're just thinking, yeah, I want to start my own company. So you start looking around, you find a space, you find somebody that wants to be your receptionist, you find people that want to be your clients. And now you are at a place where you've kind of started getting emotionally involved in the idea that, wow, I could actually make this happen. So, but realize your body is still in the X. You are living the life you are living right now, but you are starting to get emotionally involved in thinking about this new idea. So when you start getting to a place, because your habits have allowed you to have this feeling and this thought, because you're just kind of thinking about it and having a few feelings about it. So your habits and behaviors are going, okay, I'll give you that. You can have that. Now you are at a place where you need to quit your job. You need to sign a lease on that office space. You need to hire that person, and you now have to pay their wage. Probably me just saying that to you right now might even get you a little freaked out. But this is exactly what I want you to see. I want you to see this place where our bodies are in conflict. Because we have been in this X for so long. Now we're thinking about why. And our bodies actually physically are now starting to move into why, because now you have that lease in front of you. Now you have that offer to purchase for the $5 million house sitting in front of you, and there's a real estate agent across the table staring at you with a pen in her hand going, okay, let's do this. And you are in a mess. You just hit the terror barrier. You just hit fear. This little string that's tying you to your comfort zone is now stretched to its limit. Absolutely stretched to its limit. So now you are living in, I shouldn't use my hand. It's an awful habit. You are now feeling fear, because this has kind of always been our negative side. So we're going to put fear over here. You are in a place of fear. And actually, fear, if I'm going to be honest, is actually an emotion. Up here is actually worry. How will I pay the mortgage? How will I pay the lease? How will I pay her wages? How will I? You are thinking about all of the negative stuff that could possibly go on. You're thinking about what you don't have. You are thinking about all the ways this cannot happen. Are you seeing a little bit how you are sabotaging yourself? Because your habits and your behaviors and your beliefs, you have fear. Your worry turns into fear. Your fear will turn into anxiety, depression, dis-ease. Dis-ease? Dis-ease. You're not feeling good in your stomach. You're not feeling good at all. And you know what you are going to do? You are in fear, just like we were talking about earlier, and you are going to go back to your comfort, just like the little child that's scared. They go running to comfort. This is how we as adults run back to comfort. The awesome news is you don't have to do that. Absolutely don't have to do that. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that there. On the other side of faith, we have, fear, we have faith. Uh-oh, low battery. So over here, this emotion is the faith. Faith is born of knowledge, of study, of doing your homework. We are adults. I keep saying that because I want to remind us that we are all adults. We all get to make decisions and choices. And so you can choose to think about how your big, beautiful, amazing dream can fall apart. Or you can choose to think about how your big, beautiful dream will absolutely happen. So you are going to have knowledge. You're going to study, you're going to read, you're going to look at things, you're going to understand that other people in this world have your dream. Therefore, you can have it too. You must have faith. When you are writing out your goal every day, like we talked about on Monday, you are going to begin believing that you can have it. You are going to begin believing that you can own a $5 million house and that you deserve it. You will begin to believe that you can. And these habits, these beliefs, we need them to go away. We need to kick them to the curb and replace them with the knowledge that whatever other people have, you can have too. We all have the same higher faculties. We all have the ability to think and choose. So through knowledge, through study, through doing your homework, you will have faith. That faith will move you into action. That faith will move you into your goal. That is how we as adults, as thinking human beings, as people who know that we can choose and we get to pick, that's how we get to that end. And you know what? When you get to here, when you are at this place and you're in this fear, that wall is right there. You are this close. Don't go backwards. Do not. You message Connie or you message your accountability partner and you get your head around that if God brings you to it, God brings you through it. You must have faith. Fear is something we can't see. It is worry and stress and non-knowledge about our future. That is fear. Faith is invisible as well. Which do you choose to believe in? I would pick to believe in yourself, believe in you. There is a story that I have heard many times, and I really like it. It's called 2 Feet from Gold. And it is, I'm just going to kind of paraphrase it a little bit. There is a mining company somewhere, we'll call it in the hills of California, I don't know. But they have a mine. They have a gold mine. They're digging and digging and digging and digging, and they're not getting any money. They're not getting any gold. And they're like, oh, this isn't working. I give up. I give up. I'm walking away. I'm not going to do this. And they stop. They sell it for pennies on the dollar to another mining company who brings in an engineer or a geologist, and they look and they see that the gold vein was right there. If they'd have dug 2 more feet, they would have hit the big mother lode and been very, very rich people, but they gave up. That is what I'm talking about here. Tomorrow could bring you the people and the circumstances and the money to get you to your goal. You can never stop. Somebody told me one time that the rain dance that is done by our beautiful First Nations Aboriginal people is done because, and they dance and it rains because they dance until it rains. Don't know if that's true or not. Please don't fill up my inbox, but I am saying this to illustrate to you that you need to keep going until it happens. Do not ever stop. You need persistence. You need belief. You need knowledge. You need accountability. You need a mentor. You need all of these things because if you could do it on your own, you'd have been there by now. I am providing this training this week for you guys so that you can get there. But you need to have an accountability partner too, okay? So make sure you reach out to somebody that you believe, somebody that will believe in your dreams. Never ever talk to anybody and take advice from anybody that is not going to or at where you're going. Very important. So please do keep that in mind as well. All right? So just imagine if you say yes. Say yes to your dreams. Say yes to your goals. All right? Take the dream. Buy the house. Take the job. Do what you want to do. Just go do it. And when you have broken through from fear and when you've got that belief in yourself, you will know because you are going to start telling people what you're doing instead of asking people if you should do it. That is the difference in belief as well. Your first initial idea when something comes to you, and we're going to talk to this about on this a bit, yes, tomorrow, is that your first thought is your intuition. Your first thought is what you truly want to do. If it resonates with you, if you want to do it, do it. Any thoughts you have after that, and if you need to go away and talk to people about it, now your behaviors, your habits, your paradigms are kicking in. You must believe in your gut and your spidey senses. You have to trust them. They are going to get you through a place of faith. All right? So success is faith expressed in action. So you must go do it. You must move ahead and get into action. I made the decision 7 years ago to invest in myself and to believe in myself. And man, do I absolutely love myself for doing that. I so do. So I want you to visit this. I want you to think about the things you fear, write them down, write down the opposite. Everything has an opposite, right? The law of polarity, positives and negatives. Every negative thought you're having, there is a positive thought to that. Find that, focus on it. Get the knowledge. Don't let fear, don't let lack of knowledge and worry about something that hasn't even happened yet cripple your getting your goal. Do not do it. All right. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about decision, and that's that little gut thing. We're going to dig into that a little bit more and listening to your intuition and what that looks like. So tomorrow is going to be a big day, and also tomorrow in the training, I have a little surprise for you guys I'm going to share with you. So make sure you stay tuned, and you are here live for that as well. Send me messages and ask me any questions that you have. Thank you so much for watching, and I am looking forward to seeing you guys all again tomorrow. Be well and have an amazing day. Be good to yourselves. Bye for now.